Hello and welcome. My name is Natalie Schlute, and today I am talking all about having a daily intuitive practice, how to integrate intuitive information into your life every single day. And I have a few tips and tricks for you. I will also be teaching you how to ask your subconscious for some information and how information from your ego is going to be different than information that comes through in your intuition. If you love learning everything about the law of attraction and manifesting an amazing life through following your intuition, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have a new video out. Having a daily intuitive practice all starts with just opening your awareness. Being aware of intuitive information that shows up for you. Being aware of your heightened senses, of visions that you experience, of physical sensations, being aware of your emotions, being aware of your thoughts and your patterns of things that you're currently experiencing so that you can decipher what is coming from my ego, what is information that's just from my subconscious, from my personality, from my own personal patterns, and then what is information that might be coming from a higher source. Guidance from your angels, your guides, and your higher self. Intuition is simply all about opening your awareness. Notice the thoughts, the visions, the emotions, the knowings, and the physical sensations that you experience on a daily basis. When you start paying more attention, you start to notice things more often, you will become more intuitive naturally. It's just about choosing where you focus your attention and energy. It's very easy to get caught up focusing our attention on all the craziness of our life, things we need to get done with work, things with family, all the checklists, the laundry, the groceries, and all of that extra stuff. And when our attention is focused on that, we just get more of that. We get more of the things that we need to do. But when we start to pull back, we slow down and quiet the mind a little bit. We start to become more present in life. And we start to notice the subtle shifts within ourselves. That is when we open ourselves up. That's as simple as it needs to be when it comes to having a daily intuitive practice. I have several other videos that go through all the different 5 clairs, which are the ways that you receive intuitive information, about opening yourself up to be a greater channel for intuitive information. And I also have an episode on the intuitive questioning process that I use to develop a stronger intuition, and you can check those out all here. But in this particular episode, I really want to talk about integrating your intuitiveness into your everyday life, making it something that's very practical for you to just add in. If you're curious about the next step in your life, what you should be spending your time on, what you need to do, or decisions you're making, just simply ask your intuition, ask the universe, ask your angels, ask your guides for an answer, and then wait and see what shows up for you. It's as simple as that. Just start asking your intuition and taking a pause, taking a breath, taking a moment to notice what kind of information you're receiving. Just get in the habit of asking your intuition on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be with every decision you make, but do it a handful of times throughout the day. It's not going to take any more time out of your day to ask your intuition, put the intention out there that you are going to receive guidance from a higher source than your logical mind. So it's very simple to add in. If you're asking your intuition questions and you're not receiving any answers, most likely it's just your human physical awareness getting in the way. It's the thoughts, the beliefs, the tension, the low-grade stress and tension that you're holding on in your body that is blocking you from receiving the subtle information that is coming through for you. So opening yourself up through meditation, being present, and progressive relaxation, where you're getting yourself into a deeper energetic state, will help you to open up and receive more guidance. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Give yourself some patience and some time to practice this, because just like any other skill set that you're developing, it takes time to develop your intuition. And it needs to be a regular practice until it just starts to integrate in your life and becomes a lot more effortless. Just be aware of what you're receiving. And over time, you will get more and more clarity. I highly recommend to journal the information that you're receiving so that you can go back and reflect on it without forgetting it. Often if we get intuitive impressions and we just keep mulling it over in our minds and we don't want to forget it, but we don't write it down, it kind of sticks, and then it's hard to let go of and stay clear as an open channel for receiving new intuitive information. So definitely jotting things down, or in your phone. Like we all have notes in our phone. Our phone's with us all the time. Why not just have a space in there where you receive an intuitive impression, note where you were, what it was, what happened, what you felt or experienced, and then set it aside to look at it at a later time. If you look at your list of intuitive impressions first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening, you're already in that halfway dreamy, relaxed state and able to tap into your deeper subconscious and natural intuitive awareness. So those are really great times to reflect on the intuitive information that you've been picking up throughout the day in order to process, because you will no longer be in your high beta brain wave activity state like you are during the day, where you're in your logical mind. At night and in the morning is when your brain wave activity is closer to that deep meditation state where you're able to tap into intuitive and subconscious information so much easier. You're not going to be in your logical mind, so it's a better time to process intuitive information. Another daily practice that I love to utilize is using a pendulum. And a pendulum is simply a string with something hanging on it like this. This is a crystal pendulum. And you can train your pendulum to give you information, a yes/no information. There are charts that you can print or purchase to do a little more advanced work with your pendulum. They can come in a wide variety of forms. Here's a couple other ones that are really beautiful. Even something as simple as a string with a paper clip on it is good enough to make a pendulum. And the way pendulums work is it is an extension of your physical body. It is going to respond to very subtle energy information within you. You can also do this without a pendulum, and that's called applied kinesiology or muscle testing. So you can muscle test on another person, but you can also muscle test on yourself. A very simple way to do that is just to get your pointer fingers and your thumbs and bring them together. What you're going to do is create a little bit of tension, kind of practice pulling your fingers apart. And then from there, say a statement. Say a positive statement that is true to you. My name is Natalie, and when I pull and I give a little more force, it stays pretty tight. I'm not able to pull my fingers apart. If I say a false statement and then try to pull my fingers apart, the energy in my hand is going to be weaker, so it will more likely pull and break that connection. So if I say my name is Tom, it's not a very strong connection. If I say my name is Natalie, then there is definitely a stronger connection. Something that resonates as true for you will be a stronger connection. Something that resonates as false will be a weaker connection. That also goes for things that have a high vibration or a low vibration. So if you're trying to do a little more intuitive questioning and you're not receiving through your external senses, using your body or an extension of your body like a pendulum can be a great way to also receive some intuitive information that's coming through your subconscious, which is also that direct connection to divine guidance. If this information is helpful, or if you would like me to make a video specifically about how to use pendulums or more on the muscle testing, please go ahead and comment below and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I want to be creating content that you are going to love, that you are going to get excited about, and you want to know more about. The biggest key to having a daily intuitive practice is to actually listen to the intuitive information that's coming through and then go take action on it. You have to move forward quickly with the intuitive information and guidance that's coming through for you. It's there for a reason. So if you start to doubt it or question it and start to talk yourself out of it and then don't take action, that's opportunity missed. That is time missed. That is time you are spending where you're not in alignment with the things that you want to manifest. You are no longer in alignment with the law of attraction if you're not following your intuition, which means you are slowly holding yourself back from manifesting all the amazing things that you want to create in your life. So if you want to be an awesome manifester, the key is you have to follow your intuition. First, be aware of it, notice it, and then take the action that it is telling you to take. Move towards what feels right. That's when everything just shows up for you. Energy information is very subtle. which means it takes time to build that trust with that subtle information. And then eventually, even though it's subtle information, it'll start to feel stronger to you because you're more tapped into it by practicing every day, just noticing it and receiving it. Eventually, it will feel more real than your 3D reality around you. And the reason for that is our 3D reality, the external circumstances that are happening in your life with your finances, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your current situation, all of that in your current reality outside of you, in your environment, is because of who you were as an energetic being in the recent past, in the recent months, right? Manifestation has a little bit of a lag time. There is time that it takes in order for things to show up for us. The way you were showing up as a human being 3 months ago, or 2 months ago, or 6 months ago, will determine where you are in your physical reality today, which means your current reality is based off of the past. And the future that you are going to create a few months from now or a year from now is going to be determined by how you show up today. So when you tap into divine guidance and intuitive information every single day, that information is more solid and more real in my mind because that is who I want to be. That is what I want to show up as. That is the guidance that I want to take and put action towards and follow. It will get me to my manifestations so much faster if I pay attention to that intuitive information now than if I pay attention to my external circumstances and just keep thinking and feeling and repeating the same habits of the old version of me. I want to be that new enlightened version. I want to be the person that follows the intuition so that I can level up my life so much faster. If I continue to be in the energy, the mindset, the habits, and the personality and the way of being that I've been in the past, I'm not going to create anything new. To create something new, you must show up differently. You must start to follow that intuitive guidance and act differently, feel differently, be differently, and get a little bit outside your comfort zones. That new reality is going to feel different. It's going to feel better. It's going to be a little scary at first, and then eventually it'll feel comfortable, and you'll be ready for the next level of things that you're going to manifest. And you will get there by following your intuition, by every day noticing, getting clearer and clearer on the impressions you're receiving, and then taking action to get to where you want to be. If you love this video, please give it a like, because the more engagement on this video, the more other people will be able to find it and learn all of this awesome information that will help them improve their lives and reach their manifestations that much faster. And if you enjoyed this video, here are a few other videos that I think you will also really enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I truly hope that you received a lot of information, a lot of guidance, and some really practical, tangible tools that you can use to follow your intuition every day.